Did you know that fear of public speaking is more common than fear of death? That's right, 75% of people experience anxiety when speaking in front of others. Yet, mastering this skill can set you apart. A great speech can inspire, influence, and ignite change. But how do you captivate your audience every single time? Here's a surprising fact. The average human attention span is just 8 seconds. That's less than a goldfish. This means you need to grab and hold your audience's attention quickly. You'll learn the secrets to doing just that in this video. Imagine walking into a room and instantly connecting with everyone there. Your words resonate, your stories stick, and your message is remembered. This isn't a fantasy, it's a skill you can develop. In this video, we'll cover 6 key chapters to transform your speaking skills. You'll learn how to make powerful first impressions and weave memorable stories. We'll explore the importance of emotional intelligence and the art of persuasion. Plus, you'll discover how to engage your audience interactively and continuously improve your skills. By the end, you'll have the tools to captivate any audience, every time. Ready to get started? Let's dive in and transform the way you speak. Chapter 1. The Power of First Impressions, Setting the Stage for Success. First impressions matter, especially when speaking to an audience. Did you know it takes only 7 seconds for someone to form an impression of you? That's why the opening moments are crucial. Start with a confident posture. Stand tall, with your shoulders back. This not only makes you look confident but also makes you feel confident. Eye contact is your secret weapon. Scan the room and make brief eye contact with various audience members. This creates a connection and shows you're engaged. Remember, your voice sets the tone. Start with a strong, clear voice. Avoid a monotone. It's a sure way to lose your audience's interest. A great tip is to use a powerful quote or an intriguing fact right at the beginning. For example, public speaking is the #1 fear, surpassing even death. But what if I told you it's easier than you think? This piques curiosity. Body language speaks volumes. Avoid crossing your arms or putting your hands in your pockets. Use hand gestures to emphasize key points, but keep them natural. Practice your opening lines until they feel effortless. This way, you can focus on connecting with your audience rather than remembering your words. Wear something that makes you feel confident but is also appropriate for the occasion. Your attire can influence how you feel and how others perceive you. Research shows that people are more likely to trust someone who is well dressed. Remember, your goal in the first few minutes is to build rapport. Smile warmly, it's contagious. Your audience is more likely to warm up to you if you appear friendly and approachable. Lastly, be authentic. People can sense when you're being genuine. Authenticity fosters trust and makes your message more impactful. Chapter 2. The Storytelling Magic, Weaving Narratives That Stick. Humans are wired for stories. They're how we make sense of the world. Stories can be 22 times more memorable than facts alone. That's powerful. So, how do you craft a compelling story? Start with a clear structure. A beginning, middle, and end. This helps your audience follow along. Begin with a relatable problem or situation. For example, have you ever felt nervous before a big presentation? This hooks your audience because it's a common experience. Introduce the characters. They can be you, someone you know, or even hypothetical. Make your characters relatable. Give them qualities or situations that your audience can identify with. Then, build tension. Describe the challenges faced and the emotions involved. This keeps your audience on the edge of their seats. Use vivid language to paint a picture. Instead of saying, "It was a tough day," say, "The stress was palpable, and every task felt like climbing a mountain." This makes your story come alive. Data can enhance your story. For instance, according to a study, 75% of people fear public speaking. Imagine standing in front of a room, heart racing, palms sweating. This grounds your story in reality. Quotes can also add depth. Consider this from Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Use this to emphasize the emotional impact of your story. End with a resolution. How did the problem get solved? What was learned? This gives your story closure and provides a takeaway for your audience. Practice your storytelling. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Record yourself and listen to the playback to find areas for improvement. Engage your audience by asking questions. Has anyone here ever experienced something similar? This makes your story interactive and invites your audience to connect with you. Remember, the goal of storytelling is to make your message stick. When done well, your audience will remember your story and your message long after your talk is over. Chapter 3. Emotional Intelligence, Connecting on a Deeper Level. Connecting with your audience goes beyond words. It's about understanding and responding to their emotions. This is where emotional intelligence comes in. Research shows that leaders with high emotional intelligence are more effective. They inspire trust and foster stronger relationships. Start by being present. Pay attention to your audience's reactions. Are they engaged or bored? Adjust your approach based on their feedback. Empathy is key. Try to understand how your audience feels. Are they excited, anxious, or skeptical? Acknowledge their emotions to build a connection. For instance, if you're talking to a nervous audience, say something like, "I know public speaking can be intimidating. I've been there too." This shows empathy and makes you relatable. Active listening is crucial. When someone asks a question or makes a comment, listen fully before responding. This shows respect and builds trust. Use emotional triggers. Stories, humor, and even silence can evoke emotions. According to a Harvard study, people remember emotionally charged events better. Use this to your advantage. Share personal experiences. They make you human and relatable. Express genuine emotions. If you're passionate about something, show it. Your enthusiasm can be infectious. Remember, your body language should match your words. A warm smile, a nod, or a concerned look can reinforce your message. Use positive reinforcement. Encourage and acknowledge your audience's efforts and participation. This boosts their confidence and engagement. For example, "Great question. I'm glad you brought that up." Manage your own emotions. Stay calm under pressure. If something goes wrong, take a deep breath and respond calmly. This sets a positive example. According to Daniel Goleman, author of Emotional Intelligence, self-regulation is a key component of emotional intelligence. It's about controlling your impulses and staying composed. Finally, be authentic. Authenticity builds trust and credibility. Don't try to be someone you're not. Your audience will appreciate your honesty. Chapter 4. The Art of Persuasion, Turning Listeners into Believers. Persuasion is an essential skill for any leader. It's about convincing your audience to embrace your ideas. Aristotle identified 3 key elements of persuasion: ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos is your credibility. Pathos is the emotional connection. Logos is the logical argument. Start with ethos. Establish your credibility early. Share your expertise and experiences. For example, with over 10 years in leadership, I've seen firsthand how effective communication can transform teams. This builds trust. Pathos is next. Connect emotionally with your audience. Use stories and examples that resonate with their experiences. According to a Nielsen study, ads with emotional content perform twice as well as those with only factual content. This shows the power of emotions in persuasion. Logos is the logical argument. Use facts, statistics, and logical reasoning to support your points. For instance, studies show that teams with open communication are 25% more productive. This adds weight to your argument. Ask rhetorical questions to engage your audience. Have you ever wondered why some leaders are more persuasive than others? This prompts them to think and engages their interest. Use the power of 3. Presenting information in threes makes it more memorable. For example, to be persuasive, focus on credibility, emotional connection, and logical arguments. This is easy to remember and impactful. Social proof is another powerful tool. People are influenced by what others do. Share testimonials, case studies, or quotes from respected figures. As Steve Jobs said, the most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. This reinforces your message. Create a sense of urgency. Highlight the immediate benefits of taking action. Implementing these strategies today can transform your leadership tomorrow. This motivates your audience to act. Finally, make your call to action clear and compelling. What do you want your audience to do next? Be specific. Start incorporating these techniques in your next meeting and watch the difference. Remember, persuasion is about influence, not manipulation. Be genuine and ethical. Your goal is to inspire and motivate your audience to embrace your ideas and take positive action. Chapter 5. Interactive engagement. Turning monologues into dialogues. Engaging your audience is crucial. Turning your talk into a conversation can make all the difference. Research shows that interactive presentations are 50% more effective than traditional ones. So, how can you make your speech more interactive? Start with a question. This grabs attention and gets your audience thinking. For example, how many of you have faced a challenging leadership situation? It's simple but effective. Use audience polls. Tools like Mentimeter or Slido allow real-time polling. Ask a question and show the results instantly. This makes your audience feel involved. Encourage participation. Invite your audience to share their experiences or opinions. Would anyone like to share a time when they successfully resolved a team conflict? This creates a two-way dialogue. Use small group discussions. Break your audience into small groups and give them a topic to discuss. After a few minutes, ask for feedback from each group. Live demonstrations can be powerful. Show, don't just tell. If you're talking about a new tool or technique, demonstrate it live. This makes your content more relatable. Use visual aids. Charts, graphs, and images can make your points clearer and more engaging. According to the Social Science Research Network, 65% of people are visual learners. Incorporate storytelling. Ask your audience to share their own stories related to your topic. This not only engages them but also makes your talk more relevant. Use humor wisely. A well-timed joke can lighten the mood and make your audience more receptive. Just make sure it's appropriate and relevant to your topic. Interactive Q&A sessions are a must. Instead of saving all questions for the end, pause periodically and invite questions. This keeps your audience engaged throughout. Use body language to invite interaction. Open gestures and a welcoming posture can make you seem more approachable. Acknowledge your audience's input. When someone shares a thought or asks a question, thank them. This shows you value their contribution. Interactive handouts can be useful. Provide materials that require your audience to fill in or interact with during your talk. Use technology to your advantage. Interactive whiteboards, live tweeting, or dedicated hashtags can enhance engagement. Encourage your audience to share their thoughts on social media. Gamification is another effective strategy. Incorporate quizzes or challenges related to your topic. This adds an element of fun and competition. Remember to be flexible. Sometimes the best interactions are unplanned. Be open to where the conversation might lead. Finally, wrap up by summarizing key points and inviting final questions. This reinforces your message and leaves your audience with clear takeaways. Chapter 6. Continuous improvement. Evolving your speaking skills. Great speakers are made, not born. Continuous improvement is key to becoming a captivating speaker. Start by seeking feedback. After your talk, ask your audience what they liked and what could be improved. Honest feedback is invaluable. Record your presentations. Watching yourself can be eye-opening. You'll notice habits or tics you weren't aware of. This is a great way to self-assess and improve. Join a public speaking group like Toastmasters. These groups provide a supportive environment to practice and receive constructive criticism. Set specific goals for improvement. Maybe you want to work on your pacing, use of pauses, or body language. Focus on one area at a time. Read books on public speaking. Talk Like TED, by Carmen Gallo, and The Art of Public Speaking, by Dale Carnegie are great places to start. Attend workshops and seminars. Learning from experienced speakers can provide new insights and techniques. Practice regularly. Like any skill, regular practice is essential. Even practicing in front of a mirror can be helpful. Visualize success. Before your presentation, imagine yourself speaking confidently and engaging your audience. This can boost your confidence. Learn from the best. Watch TED Talks and analyze what makes those speakers effective. Incorporate those techniques into your own presentations. Stay updated with trends. Public speaking evolves, and staying current can give you an edge. For example, virtual presentations have become more common. Learn the nuances of speaking to an online audience. Adapt to different audiences. What works for one group may not work for another. Tailor your approach based on your audience's needs and preferences. Keep a speaking journal. Document your experiences, what went well, and areas for improvement. This can help track your progress. Focus on storytelling. Continuously refine your storytelling skills, as stories are powerful tools for engagement. Experiment with new techniques. Don't be afraid to try something new, whether it's a new opening, a different style of humor, or a new interactive element. Stay humble. No matter how good you become, there's always room for improvement. Approach each opportunity with a willingness to learn. Finally, enjoy the journey. Improving your speaking skills is a rewarding process. Celebrate your progress and enjoy each step of your growth as a speaker.